Hello there, my name is Eric Reinhardt, and this video is dedicated to Emily and Ivy. They are a mother and daughter, and their daughter is 4 years old, and they've inspired me to make this video to do a little game on the black keys. We'll just begin to start to recognize the patterns that are going on in the piano, and to do a game that I like to call Copycat. So let's get started. So if we take a look at our keyboard, we have these groupings of black keys, and there's also white keys, of course. And that might be something that you ask your young toddlers, just to begin to recognize what's white keys and what's black keys. And then we see that there's these patterns of groupings of notes. And it switches from threes to twos, to threes, to twos, to threes, to twos, to threes. And so even just seeing that for a young child might be difficult. So really pointing out, so here's our group of two black keys, and I'm using my bunny ear fingers, as I call them, my 2 and my 3 finger. And here, let's do this together. So just to remember your finger numbers, always remember, thumbs are ones. We're number 1, right? So, so we have our 1s, our 2s, and our 3s. We'll wiggle those. And so I'm using my right hand bunny ear fingers on those groups of 2 black keys right in the center of the piano, which you can see in the piano roll right now. And then we have 2 white keys right in a row, and then we go to our black keys. And then we have 2 white notes in a row, and then we have 2 black keys. So then once you start to see those patterns, and I bypassed it, in our group of 3 black keys, I'm using my middle fingers, the 2, 3, 4. And so maybe what we start off by doing is just do, it's called transposition. So we're going to find our group of 2 black keys, and then we're going to find it 1 octave up. So the next time the pattern. So we're going to skip the 3 notes, the 3 black keys, and go straight to this group of 2 black keys. Skip the group of 3, 2 black keys. Skip the group of 3, 2 black keys. Skip the group of 3, 2 black keys. Maybe they do it with their other hand going down. And you can follow along as I'm going through this. And the next 2, and next 2. Don't be worried if you have a shorter keyboard. Just make do with what you have and try and find those black keys. So then let's go over the groups of 3 black keys. So let's find right hand middle fingers, 2, 3, 4. And you can see that on my screen right here. And so now let's hop up to the next group. So we're going to skip this group of 2 black keys right here and go to a group of 3. Skip the 2, go to the 3. Skip the 2, go to the 3. Skip the 2, go to the 3. Let's go down with the left hand. And we're going towards the left side of the piano, which I call the bottom. Down, because down here are the low notes, whereas these are the high notes. That might be something to ask your kids, is which ones sound higher, and they may not even have a word for this being higher, but this is the squeaky little voices. I do those stupid voices, and then I do the low notes down there, and I make a big low voice, and so awesome. So now we're working our way down. 3, skip 2, 3, skip 2, 3, skip 2, 3. Okay, all right. Now we're getting into our copycat portion of this. So first we're going to grab a set of 2 black keys. Let's just do a couple all on this group of 2. So maybe I'm just going to do short segments. And so this is something that you can do with your child. And just, it's kind of like a game of Simon. And so I would normally do a couple, and then I would offer the kid, if they wanted to be the teacher to try and trick me. And so that's how you might exchange it as the parent and then the child. So we start here, and maybe I do starting here. They repeat back. And then maybe they might use just one finger there if their fingers are still developing. And then they might use both hands, both pointer fingers, on the right and the left. So we could go together, together, right, left, right, left, right, left, 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 right, 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 left, left. Sweet. So now we're going to do another version of Copycat. And now we're going to mix what we just did, transposing into different sections of the piano, moving up the piano and moving down the piano. So we start maybe top, bottom, top, then we move up, top, bottom, top, move up, top, bottom, top, move up, top, bottom, top. Just looking for those pattern recognitions. Now we're going to go down this time. We're going to do a different pattern. Bottom, top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom, bottom, top, bottom. I didn't really give you much time to think in between those. I'll do it one more time. Bottom, top, bottom. Boom, boom, boom. Bottom, top, bottom. So one great thing that you might do is you might be saying out loud, bottom, top, bottom. You might also be actually touching their fingers, bottom, top, bottom, getting that kinesthetic element involved. Touch, right? Let's do it on groups of 3 black keys, and we're going to start to transpose after a while. So the first one, keep it nice and simple. Bottom, middle, top, top, bottom, middle. And again, this is 2, 3, 4 fingers. Middle, middle, middle. Then we could go top, middle, bottom, middle, top. Top, middle, bottom, middle, top, top, top. And then we'll start to transpose now, going up or to the right. Now some time for you to call and response. Maybe we'll change it up this time. Top, middle, bottom. Next one. Top, middle, bottom. Next one. Next one. Top, middle, bottom. Let's start left hand, middle fingers, 2, 3, 4. Top, middle, bottom. Next group of 3. Top, middle, bottom. Next group of 3. And I ran out of keys. So I love starting with the black keys because you're never going to get any gross sounds like this. You're never going to get nasty sounds. You can only have... This is pentatonic is the name, and it is where traditional music started from, and so I like to start there. And yeah, just looking for those patterns. Be inquisitive. Just have little games out of your piano practice, or just time spent at the piano with your kid, maybe after dinner or at a set time, to begin to foster a love for music. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. If you have any suggestions of videos or questions, games that you would like to know more about, please leave them as a comment, and I'll try and serve as best I can.